What is up, guys? Welcome back to the Lean and Mean Academy, where we talk about one truck, big profits. In today's video, I got a special one for you. Today, we're talking about the cheap ass effect. And you may have read that differently in the title, but the cheap ass effect is all one word, and YouTube cannot demonetize this video. Take that, you AI scum. This situation that's going to come upon you. It's going to come upon the new guy, the veteran. Doesn't matter how long you've been in the game. These types of prospects are going to come through your channels. And a lot of times, the reason these moments are going to stick with you is because it is a potential large sum of money that you can make. Okay. And before we jump into that, if you're looking to jumpstart your pressure washing business, a few years ago, Justin Rogers and myself launched the local domination course 0 to 7K, and it changed the pressure washing world forever. There's a lot of guys who got started with this course, thousands around the globe. It laid it all out, from the marketing to the chemicals to everything that they needed to know on the business end to get started and be profitable and successful. This course is like the OG, all right? And we updated it in 2022, and I plan to go in 2023 and update it again. New chemicals, new stuff that we're going to be adding in there. So grab the course if you're just getting started and you would like to be going from $0 to $7,000 a month in your pressure washing business. It'll be the first link in the description, first link in the comments. Let's talk about the cheap ass effect, all right? So I want to give you an example, tell you a story. A guy I work with here in Nashville, one of my good friends, we've been working together for a few years, and he gets a lot of my leads from me, okay? And a lead came through, and I know the exact location. It's right up the road. It is a very dirty, grimy, nasty, oil-filled shop. I'm not going to tell you the name, but it is a major franchise. And this place is a decent size, and I know there's a lot of oil to be removed. And I know just by driving by there a few times and talking with some of the guys, they've worked on one of my trucks before, that if you're cleaning those floors and those walls, it's going to need a hot water unit and some heavy degreaser. Okay, it's just that bad. It's been probably over a decade. All right. But what happened is the customer gives him a call. Ben goes in and quotes the job, and he calls back the day after just to follow up and close the sale. And they said they found someone, what? Put it in the comments if you know the word. We found someone cheaper, right? Now, not all the time does this mean that the person is a cheap ass, right? Doesn't mean that all the time. Dang it, they got me. All right. Not all the time does it mean that. But in this situation, finding someone substantially cheaper is a massive risk for that company. Why? Because it was so nasty and oily. And if they are going to do it for crackhead money, then this franchise deserves to get what it pays for, right? But I want to distill on you today a few points, a few questions that we can ask to maybe mitigate the cheap ass effect in your life, to where we can weed out these customers a little easier. I've written them down here in my notes. Now, some of the questions that I like to ask on the sales call are, to the normal person, would be a little harsh, right? And what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to get to the honesty really quick, and I'm also trying to get to this person to abdicate the authority over to me really quick. And the only way to do that, I believe, is to tell them the complete whole truth, nothing but the truth. So help you God. Do not butter it up. And that doesn't mean be mean. That just means be honest and don't try to court them. Basically, lean on the side of not even wanting it. Okay. And this is a persuasive tactic that you can use. The truth about it, though, is you actually kind of have to be abundant to lean this way, right? You need to have more buses coming down the line, more leads in the funnel, if you will. Otherwise, it's manufactured, which You can do it like that, but it's hard to act that when you're destitute under the bridge, right? So you need to have some lead flow going on. But the first question I like to ask really any customer, and especially an oily shop that calls in with a lead, is I want this one question. Implement this into your questionnaire when they call. How long has it been since you've had it cleaned? All right. And there's two things I'm trying to do here. Actually, three. The first thing is he's going to abdicate authority to me. The second thing he's going to do is he's going to what's called come clean, which is an abdication of authority, right? It's like a father-son. It's like chopping down the cherry tree. Did you chop down the cherry tree, George? Right? Okay, I need him to come clean. How long has it been since you've had it cleaned? And I may talk to him just like this. I'm not selling. I don't feel my tone isn't selling. All right. I'm talking to him just like this. How long has it been? And he's going to tell you, man, I can't even remember the last time. Now that's him maybe skirting the truth a little bit. If he tells you it's been 10 years, 11 years, or I've been here for 15 years and it's never been done, that's probably a more serious prospect, right? He's like, dude, it's been 15 years. It's never been done. All right. He's coming clean. Now the power's in my hands. The second question I'm going to ask him is, why do you suppose that it's been so long? Like, why has it been neglected? Because it's bad. And let him answer. Well, we're just busy in here, we can't get to it. And right? Another abdication of authority. He's coming clean for me. All right. He's talking to me through the confession booth. There's a lot of psychology that's going on here, and it's very simple if you just implement what I'm saying. All right. Use that. Now, a filtration question that I'm going to ask him that's going to negate me as the potential suitor, right? Is, do you want a deep clean? Do you want it like done right? Or are you just trying to get it rinsed out? Do you see how I position that? He's going to tell you. Now, you're going to know with the answer of this question what their intentions are. If they are going to be a cheap ass or if they are actually wanting a professional job with hot water it's going to need that. This is that situation. Pro chemicals, or you're wanting El Crackhead from up Nolensville Pike. All right? He's going to tell you, man, we're wanting it deep cleaned. We want it degreased and everything. And the last statement I like to make, it's a statement paired in a question, is it is really bad. You're aware? I want him to again submit. He's going to submit again. All right. Now, what is this doing to the prospect? This is me on the phone taking control over my day, taking control of my time, right? I don't just give my time to anyone. I'm not just running around the countryside estimating everyone. Free estimates. Yes, they technically are free, but my time's not free. So I'm going to either drive to you and waste this gas, or I'm going to sit at the house and ask you some qualifying questions. And if you don't pass the test, you may never get an estimate from me, or you may get a remote estimate, and it may make you send me photos because I don't think it's worth my trip. And look, comment below if you hate the way I think here, because I want to hear the guys who are like, no, I'm going to be on every dying estimate regardless. And it's like, okay, you're probably the same guy who fixes everything you ever had. You probably refuse to pay for modern conveniences, right? Not going to do it. Like, I get it. I grew up with that group. I understand. But that's called the cheap ass, right? You don't want to be the cheap ass. And so this is how you can weed out and spot the cheap ass effect. And they said they went with someone completely cheaper, way cheaper, which is fine. Let him do it. He's not going to be using hot water, and he's probably not going to do a great job. And that may have been what they wanted all along, right? In lawn care, you see these types of customers. These types of customers, they tell you, yeah, I just want it knocked down. I don't want the full like edging landscape. I just want it knocked down. Well, that's great. They've given you the keys, man. Now you get to decide if you want that customer. And is knocking it down going to be profitable for you? And are they really going to be satisfied with it just being knocked down like they requested? Or on the second go around, are they going to ask you to edge something? Or are they going to ask you to weed eat something? And it turns out the fifth cutting, you're not knocking anything down anymore. You're a full-fledged edging landscape company who is putting around borders and stuff, all for the same price you negotiated in the beginning to knock it down. So you have to watch the cheap ass effect. And how do you combat it is you make them abdicate the authority to you. Every time. You make them come clean. That's what we call it. Make them come clean. Guys, if you love this video, go ahead and put come clean in the comments, because coming clean is the best way for a prospect to give the reins to you and allow you to be the professional in your business. It allows you to actually give value to the customers who value what you offer. You don't waste time with the cheap asses out there. Avoid the cheap ass effect. Avoid these people in your business and in your life, because the cheap ass is a stinky cologne and it rubs off on everybody. Guys, if you want to get the training, the best training in the game, coming up, WashCon Live. Now, this is a live training event. Some of you guys love the courses. Some of you guys are wanting to come and train with the Core 4. Mike Vadan, Cody Yarbrough, Justin Rogers, and myself are going to be live coming up. I'll put the link in the description as well. Coming up very soon. A few tickets left. Go grab it. You'll get to train with us. The first day, we're going to crank a long day, and you're going to have your brain filled with marketing, automation, business techniques to launch your business and make it a multiple six-figure business within a few years. I can honestly say that. I've done that many times with guys on YouTube. Like that's the home run for the lean and mean me. Right? We've done it many times. Click the link in the description, link in the comments. I'll see you guys in the next video.